the show. Let's see what has been happening in the wrestling world. Welcome to the show, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Count, always the best guests in Midwest. The Two Count, great time guaranteed because we're the best of the best. Meet B-Ace and JR, Top Shelf Tommy, we're about to start. Welcome to the Two Count. It's time to dig deep into the wrestling world. Welcome to the Two Count, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Count.
The Two Count.
The Two Count.
Where comedy meets wrestling. Please comment, share, like, and start a hype train for God's sakes. And now, here are the hosts of The Two Count. Comedian John Russell, wrestling broadcaster Big Ace, and everybody's favorite heel, Top Shelf Tommy.
Happy Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to The Two Count. I'm John Russell. There's Big Ace. There's Tommy. That's
right.
I don't think he's Top Shelf. But anyway, we're happy to have you with us.
Don't start already, JR. Don't start already.
I'm just talking, that's all. Hope you all had a good weekend and a good week up until this point. I know Ace was down at the Big Madhouse show. I was over in Racine, Wisconsin at the 5th Street Yacht Club. That was kind of fun, except for driving home. I got home at 4 o'clock on Sunday, so that didn't turn out great because I got a call at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday from goddamn Randy and Carlo. So he's just telling me about, I'm going to come back. I'm in Florida. I'm like, I don't care. But at any rate, we have a fantastic show for you guys tonight. And Ace, I'm going to turn that over to you to introduce our guest.
Dang it. I'm trying to do some social medias because we have nothing out there today.
Yeah, I know.
We've seen this guy a few times now in action over the summer down in Iowa, and always impressive and always hard-hitting matches. And just a guy who's been around the business quite a while there, and it's nice to have him on. We've been talking about bringing him on, so now we're going to do it. And he's got a big match coming up this weekend with Absolute Pro Wrestling, AVB, Aaron Von Baron, everybody.
Yo,
Woo.
What's up?
Hell
guys?
yeah.
We really need some applause sound effects, guys.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, one of these days.
I should probably boo me anyway.
No!
No, you take your time to hang with us. We don't boo people who hang with us. I mean, maybe afterwards, but that's
We'll see.
totally
It is.
thing.
We haven't gotten into it yet, so we'll see. It's early.
That's true.
Okay, someone. I am doing the
Yeah.
host right now. So
Fantastic.
can you guys please?
It's fantastic to have you with us, Aaron. And I'm drawn to the second Madhouse show where Ugly was in the ring, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I catch you standing, staring.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, God dang it, this guy's going to do something. And sure enough, you did.
Yep.
And I loved it because it was so totally unexpected. And you had such a presence looking at him that like once I saw you, I'm like, because you were standing there a while before anything happened.
Yeah.
And I couldn't because I knew something was going to happen, and it was great.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that. Because I wondered how it was from an audience perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But once I saw you, it was like something's happening.
Right.
And I just love that. I just love
And that was the whole idea, because it's not every day, like in indie wrestling, that you see like something like that,
Yeah. It was super. And then of course you and Ugly perpetuated the that feud in the I'm sorry, my brain.
I
The
quit match.
Thunderdome?
Don't
Yeah.
work no more.
Yep.
Your brain don't work no more.
It don't.
J-
it does not
JR's
work.
must have had a long, hard day of being a dementia fuck, but sorry about that, AVB. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't let
so
him
what
out
show-
so easily.
What show were you talking about, JR?
That's what
He's
I was
talking about the
talking about.
Thunderdome.
So they had the thing, and then they had the match, and
That's right. At the Thunderdome.
yeah,
Yep.
One hell of an I Quit match.
Yeah, thank you. That was a lot of fun, that match. I mean,
Now-
not the fact
yeah.
that I quit, but
Well, now, I mean, in all fairness, though, I think it was the other way around for a good while, too, because you are the man that retired Ugly. Am I correct on this originally before he made his comeback?
yes, yeah, like 4 years ago at the Hall of Fame show for IPW.
So how long of a history have you and Ugly had then? Because this definitely goes back.
Well, yeah, so if you go back, I mean, he's the one who trained me at IPW, like 11 years ago. However long it's been, I don't know. I get hit in the head a lot, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, so I mean, we spent a lot of days, a lot of Saturdays there hanging out at the vault when it used to be up in Algona. And, over the years, over fair shows, Forte, Algona, we've had a lot of matches. So there's a lot of bad blood there.
Definitely. And it's funny you mentioned the vault in Algona, where you will be having this show this weekend with Absolute Pro Wrestling, taking on Wham Tyler Jones.
Tyler Jones, that's another one. Not to interrupt you, but me and him have gone toe to toe a lot too. And actually, we had one of my all-time favorite matches, which was up at the vault there in Algona, a street fight Tyler and I had where we actually fought all the way out onto the street and through the vault and then back into the locker room, which was where they used to run shows. So
now, the vault, guys, you guys don't know what the vault is. I've my very first Hall of Fame weekend show from IPW years and years ago. I went to a Halloween show. Now at the vault. Now you're talking like the old school vault, right? Like the tiny, or
yeah, the one that was on Main Street.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So you give JR and Tommy a little description. Malice, what's up? And the Spice Boys in there, all geeking out that AVB's on tonight. Give these guys, paint a picture of what the vault, because I remember going the first time and being like, okay, we are Indy Wrestling right now, aren't we? This place was great.
I don't know, maybe compare it to like a ECW type thing, I guess. I mean, it was very small. There's only room for the ring and probably 40 to 50 chairs. And, you got maybe 4 foot on one side of the ring. And that's all you got on the one side of the ring. But then up above in the back, you had locker room, which locker room space we actually had quite a bit. But I will say in the summertime, man, it got hot in there. Like it was like a sauna.
So like, guys, I remember going and like it was a Halloween show and they packed everybody in there as tight as they can, but there's only one side for fans. It really is just a ring at the end of the room. I didn't know what I was walking into, and I'll tell you what, I had a blast. It was the time of my life. That was where a lot of the friendships, fast forward to today, really started taking shape, because I made the effort to not just go to Hall of Fame. I actually went and saw everybody on just a regular show down in good old Algona, Iowa, which we're gonna be back. Hey, Ravens, Luke Raven. Yeah, man, that was a good time. So yeah.
Do you remember which Halloween show it was?
Oh man.
More dementia on the show right here.
Oh my
That's
god,
fair.
dude, you have no idea. No idea. So I knew a guy named Tony. He was from
Sly?
Minnesota. No, I know who Tony Sly is though. No, it was a different Tony. He was from Minnesota, but he trained at IPW. And that was kind of also another connection that I had. So I remember he was there doing the Rumble that night. I think he dressed as like Hogan. I cannot remember his name.
Tony Riot Haas Murray.
Tony Murray, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
he's great.
Yeah, so he's from around here, and guys, you guys know our friend Casey. He's been on the show, JR, with us way back. He always meets up with us at usually the shows. So Casey's who introduced me to Tony, and Tony was training in IPW, but he lived up here around like Pine Island.
Oh, wow.
So dude would drive the 3 hours to train. And so we ended up like me, him, and the nephew, we all ended up sharing a room because we went to the bar next door and just had a grand old time. And
nice.
Yeah, that was my time at the vault. I loved it.
So what was
that?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, was that the one where I dressed up like Hot Rod?
You might have. Yeah, you know what's crazy is I don't know where it all went, but I had video from that show. I couldn't find it to save my life, but I did have it.
Funny little story to that. So somebody had a coconut like bikini top, like with a hula skirt.
Yeah.
And so we taped up the bikini top to be like a pineapple for Hot Rod, and Ray Fearing and we did a little Piper Schnucka spot, and I cracked that thing on his head. And I apologize, Alex, because I didn't mean to hit you that hard. But
I'm gonna ask him about that this weekend.
For everybody who doesn't know the shoot, by the way, that's Death Dealer he's talking about. So
yeah,
which is appropriate, by the way.
If I remember right, he said he blacked out for a second.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my goodness.
That was a real God damn it. I'm sorry.
Words are so tough on a Tuesday. Holy shit. What are we doing?
It was a real reenactment.
Yeah, basically.
God, dang it. I'm so sorry.
So JR is the oldest man on Twitch, in case you didn't know that, ABB. Proving it right now.
God, I'm going to put you in a hole myself, JR, you fucking old timer.
This is the worst. This is the worst. I can't even think of words that I know. Man.
But he will sell you an LG TV like no tomorrow.
Yeah, by the way, 77 B2s are way down like $700, but only buy them at Best Buy. Thank you.
Well, give us the details, man.
Well, hang on. Did we get free TV?
We have a wrestling show. I'm not going to talk about TVs. I'll mention it, but that's it.
What size TV you got there, AV? No, I'm kidding. You guys need to stream before the sun goes down for JR. Yeah.
We need to do it before the early bird special, so we get it done, and then he can go eat, and then he can go to sleep like he wants to.
See, the thing is, I don't sundown in the summer because the sun's still up.
Look, this is why he runs hard cam. So when he doze off there, and it's still just
yeah, my head's back, and there's drool coming off my cheek, but that's okay.
But you know that
loud snoring in the background. That's what it is.
I think only once has he fallen asleep like on this.
We'll have to make sure he has
a
CPAP machine with him.
Oh, you're right.
I fell asleep before.
We were late going live because you fell asleep once. That's it.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Okay, so AVB, you went through IPW, you went through the vault. Yep. So what in life, brought you there? Like, what was that road to all of a sudden you're a pro wrestler?
Well, so to go all the way back, around 2009 or so, I actually called Travis for the first time because I grew up in Humboldt, from Humboldt. And I was only half hour away, and I don't even remember how I stumbled upon IPW, but because the vault used to be there on Highway 169,
Okay.
which I don't know how much you guys know about Algona, but so basically right as you get into town, it was right there. And I think maybe I happened to see it there one day or something. But anyway, so then I found the YouTube commercial that they had made at one point. And so I called and I talked to Travis, and he gave me the price and kind of the details. And first thing, obviously, I thought was, well, I got to get into shape because, yeah, I don't know if any of you have seen like my photos on my Facebook, but I used to be like 120 pounds. Yeah, I
Oh,
was
damn.
not. Yeah, I was not a big guy. So I started the workout thing, and I did that, and I ended up moving to Clear Lake, where I went to Nyack for a semester,
Nice.
and I decided that just wasn't the route I wanted to go, and I decided, screw it, I'm gonna try being a wrestler, and I debated 3X because at that time they had a training thing or something, but I tried calling them, getting a hold of them, and they never responded or anything. And I called Travis, and of course he calls me back like within an hour. So, I knew where to go and everything. And so then it was just a matter of doing it. I remember the first show I went to it was an extreme title tournament that I don't know if you guys know the Morbid Angel, but he's the one that won that. And
Okay.
I just remember thinking like, well, one thing I remember, because of course the ring is up off the ground and it makes all these guys look like they're huge,
Mm-hmm.
or well, bigger than they actually are. And I remember I thought that like the Morbid Angel was huge when reality, I mean, he's shorter than me, but it's just the perspective of it,
Yeah.
but yeah. So, and then like I said, I talked to Travis and I went there and basically I paid everything up front because I knew I wanted to do it, see it through. And here I am.
There it is. Shout out to Travis, by the way. TS Aggressor coming on next week, guys. Next episode,
Nice.
He'll be on the show. We'll preview that last Forte show with him. Is it? Yeah, go ahead, Jar.
I was going to ask. So, you mentioned that you called Travis and the other trainers. Is there any way to compare trainers, like when you were looking around, because we know that there's a lot of different trainers that are
Yelp reviews.
out
Yeah,
there.
do you want like a star rating here? We
but
talk
no,
about JR.
Sounds pretty easy.
So-
One didn't call him back.
Well,
Right,
I
so for
know,
me-
but I'm
Yeah, basically that was it because I didn't have anything to go off of. I didn't know anybody. I had never been to a 3X show, but I had been to an IPW show, and IPW, they at least had the commercial, like the YouTube thing. 3X didn't really have anything, and not trying to shit on 3X, but I'm just saying that, it was obvious the choice because, they didn't even answer me back. So that right there just tells me, okay, these guys aren't for real. You know what I mean?
it wasn't it wasn't a priority for them.
Yeah.
To help you.
Yep.
Actually, you can shit on 3X all you want, man. We don't really care. That's just my way and stuff like that. But
That's top shelf right there.
well, you know what? I haven't seen one of their shows. I'm just saying.
They do
But-
some cool stuff.
Well, so something we have seen, something we've been a part of is Absolute Pro Wrestling. We'll talk to Jason Prentice here even about the next show coming up. But the last show there in Waterloo, we got to see you and Justin Decent team up as the Cowboys from Hell, taking on,
sir.
well, one of my personal favorites, Du Bois. And I was lucky enough to do commentary on that. And to everybody's maybe surprise, or, anybody who feels sorry for good old JR over here, you did get Bryce Jordan square in the knockers. So
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
You're always going to be a favorite of JR's here, but
Well,
that was
yeah.
one hell of a match there too.
I owe you a drink, or I owe you lunch, or something.
That was the first thing reported back to JR was AVB got him in the nuts. It was a happy dance.
You get what you deserve,
Now that was I gotta say, that was a lot of fun. That whole angle, the whole story with the Cowboys from Hell and the boys, and then it all coming to fruition at that last show at Absolute. Bryce kind of sneaking in behind you guys, taking advantage.
That sneaky little shit.
He is a little. But I mean, dude, you guys tore the house down. I mean, it was a brutal fight. You guys used everything you can around you. If I remember correctly, was this the night Shank walked away with quite the shiner? Shiner.
Yeah,
some of those cane
Justin
shots
was
got him
a
good.
little rough with the kendo stick. But hey, that's what happens when you mess with the Cowboys. I mean,
This is right. I mean, we had Prentice and Decent on here. When you couldn't have Decent with you, when he was banned from the show.
Yep.
And I mean, those two got heated. We know how crazy Decent can get too. So,
oh yeah,
Prentice in the chat, and he's saying some nice things about you. Hopefully, you got to see that when I put it up there. And yeah, we have that big show this weekend. Oh, I don't have that picture loaded. That's why I can't show it, guys, because I am messing up.
Well, so what Ace is referring to is this weekend we get to see you in action against Tyler Jones, and you're right there in the middle of the poster.
It's
Oh,
like
the
he's
wings of the
frickin'
Absolute
eagle.
logo.
Look at this. It's like he's like riding the eagle. Like, dang,
Yeah.
It's
that's
true.
pretty badass. It also looks like the Death Dealer is going to do something horrible to you from behind. I don't know what's going on in his
I mean, he might be upset about the coconut.
Yeah, he's still like that.
Still.
Son of a bitch.
Quite
I will
possibly.
never forget. We'll get into that whole show a little bit later on as well. Now, have you always been a wrestling fan then, ABB? Like, is this a lifelong thing?
Like, honestly, my first memories, like, it was probably a Saturday night's main event or something, but I remember Hogan.
Yeah.
But my first vivid memory is honestly the barbershop window incident.
Yes.
So yeah, that's how long I've been watching and paying attention to it. So
I very much to this day can vividly remember watching Michaels throw Jannetty through that glass window as a child. Like, I remember it being like,
yeah,
oh my God, he killed them. Like,
yep.
just hook, line, and sinker, dude. They got me. It was over.
Yep.
And that's when Ace became the mark that he is today.
Pretty
it happens,
man. Oh, look at this. The mustache is badass. The first person.
Thank you, Jesse Towler.
Had the mustache.
Our good friend Jesse Towler. I got to make sure I say it like that because otherwise these two say like he doesn't know anything. He's a good friend of the show, everybody. Jesse Towler. Go follow him on Twitch. He's got a show every Wednesday and Saturday. See? That's how you do it. Give a little bit of promotion. The guy just resubscribed, which everybody should do.
I've also noticed that I like the background of AVB better than Tommy. He's got better cutouts.
Yeah,
that's right.
Speaking of those, man, that's a nice little Star Wars collection there.
Oh yeah, I got all kinds of Star Wars shit.
So that's kind of your deal?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Star Wars comics, any of that nerd stuff, you know.
Excellent.
You can call it nerd stuff all you want, but what's a comic book that we that you tell everybody to check out? Like as far as like a whatever edition or I don't know, release. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with comic books, but what's one of your favorites that you got?
I actually from a recent one, I really liked the story, the Three Jokers.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. That
Yeah,
Very
sounds
cool.
good.
Don't know if any of you were into that one or
I am not. Comics
anything at all,
one that
but
missed me. Yeah, comics missed me on for some reason. The only one I
it happens.
remember having is the one where Superman dies, and I think I got it with like tokens at like a Chuck E. Cheese, like for real. Yeah, I just never got into the comics, man. I don't know why, but I loved everything else, you know. But I grew up as a wrestling kid. I really did. It was wrestling or like Nintendo.
Yep.
That was me, man. You know. So when you look at everything that you've been doing, then Aaron, throughout your career, what were some influences that you had when you started training and you were starting to put together what the persona was going to be?
Well, so I guess I base that a lot off of, like my favorites, like Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, uh, Jericho, Shawn Michaels. Like, for one thing, um, the chains on my vest, I kind of got that idea from an old Shawn Michaels vest. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, kind of add something to it, Then you're not just the same guy who wears the vest, Same to go with way back in the day, I wore a duster, and
Nice.
I had like the shoulder pads, like Bret Hart had on his jackets
Yep.
made up for it. So yeah, I'd say I drew a lot of inspiration from those guys.
Hell yeah. I love it, Bret Hart. Was never a big fan of his, but I respected the hell out. What's this? Hey, everybody, I didn't get to know you. Oh, man, you in HCW town.
I don't know what it is, man. He used to be a favorite of mine, and then he decided to turn on me, I guess. But Aaron, if you're ever looking for another spot to, spread your wings, HCW is Heartland Championship Wrestling out of Elkhart, Indiana. So they're always looking. They always come to the program here trying to scout people and stuff like that. So if you're ever interested in stuff like that, we might be able to help you out there. But also too, he's a real dick to me lately. So I don't know. Your choice whether you want to take business from him and stuff like that. I don't know. It's your call.
That's fair.
He's just trying to be a heel towards the heel. I don't know what the fuck his problem is, but
Yeah.
Well, speaking
but
of
that is the
HCW
thing, What's that, JR?
I was going to say, speaking of HCW sports, how far has your range been in wrestling, AVB?
Like how far have I went
Yeah,
travel wise?
yeah.
The furthest I went was to IWA in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I wrestled there once.
Nice.
I was gonna say I actually did some research beforehand. I saw on the Internet Wrestling Database, which I don't think is up to date, says that you've only wrestled one time, and it was for IWA because I think that they put it out there as far as making sure everybody's aware that we still are running shows, everybody, and Aaron Von Baron was part of it.
Yeah, I've done that.
I did find an Aaron Von Baron on. Sorry, I was gonna say I also did find an Aaron Von Baron on LinkedIn, but it was a web designer from New Zealand, and I assume that's not you. So,
oh, nice. There's a funny story. I did get a Facebook message from someone with the same name, Aaron Von Baron.
oh really?
Really?
I can't remember what the hell he said he did, but he was like, "We can make a good team."
I don't know if you can really have two AVBs on the same team.
Right.
That gets a little difficult.
But other than that, like I did Steel the Main a few times.
Nice.
I liked working for those guys. Ed's really nice. But yeah, for the main part, it was just always IPW and now APW. Yeah, I did Rugged for a little bit, but
What's it like getting to get down on the ground floor of some of these new promotions that are happening this year? You upset somebody.
Madhouse. Yeah, I did Madhouse.
And I was gonna say, how fun is it getting to get on the ground floor of some of these? You mentioned Absolute Pro Wrestling. You're gonna be down in Algoda with them Saturday. You've been on Madhouse a couple times, and I'm sure we'll see you again in the Madhouse world. Like, how fun is it right now? It's like a real big boom of wrestling coming out of Iowa this year.
Yeah, it is. And I want to say, Madhouse, I appreciate it. Luke, Mike, thank you guys. I love you. Because I forgot. I also did. Now it's also APW, but it's up in Wisconsin.
Mm,
It was Alliance Pro Wrestling.
okay,
For those of you, if you know Devlin Kane,
I've heard the name.
well,
I don't
it's
know.
okay. It's his promotion, and it was they did their first show a few months back, and I wrestled on that. So, and once again, that was an honor to be on his very first show, and I wrestled him on his very first
Oh
show.
wow.
Nice.
Thank you, Devlin. I appreciate that. But and once again, to go along with like to be on the very first Absolute Pro show in the very first match against Jackson King, yeah, I mean, it meant a lot. It was a blast, and I thought we had a great match. And I've been wanting to get in there with Jackson King for a while, so
Yeah. Yeah, big youngster right there who's got a bright future in front of him.
Yep.
We got Clint Dye, tag team photography in the house. Big shout out to Clint for doing all the pictures that he does at every show. I don't know when Clint doesn't take pictures at this point. Like, this guy's always just taking like,
It's his
is he
job.
He's
ever
a
home?
beast,
Is he
dude.
ever home? I mean, between the football games and everything, Clint is a goat. So Clint, shout out to you. It's fun having all you guys here while we're hanging out with AVB. What so like, if you could pick some of the prime of
It's too late on
I
that.
was-
JVR's blocking all the female booties of behind him there. AVB. So this is going to be a two-parter because I want to know, like, outside of Iowa, but I also want to know within the Iowa state. So because you mentioned you were looking forward to working with Jackson King. So who are a couple people you haven't been able to work and you're looking forward to trying to get that time to do it? And like I said, give me a couple that are within Iowa, but some also out. Clint's out
So
this weekend, guys. We won't see him.
within, I definitely say Ethan Everhart.
Good
The
pick.
guy's been great, young kid. I mean, works his ass off. I'd love to get in there with him. And tag team wise, I'd like to get in there with more tag teams. Me and Justin, showing the new kids the ropes.
Yeah, there's especially yeah, that needs to happen. Have you guys faced Chilea yet?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings up another one. I'd like to get in there with Gable.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys having one hell of a year, but they at times do need to get smacked around a little bit. So I would be all for that.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay, so how about a couple people who are not within Iowa?
Well, so one guy, and I know he wrestles in Iowa, but Arjun Singh.
Oh yeah.
And I actually have known him for like 10 years
Oh wow.
because I met him at the Hall of Fame show like 10 years ago. And we just recently at the Madhouse shows started to cross paths again. And it's just super cool to see a guy that you haven't seen for that long, and they're still super cool,
Oh, that's cool, man. Because I just obviously because of Madhouse, I just got tuned into Arjun Singh. I'd seen him on that one AEW Dark, the one that Luke's not
Yep.
talking about.
Right.
So then when we brought him into Madhouse, and I'll tell you what, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, a professional all around, just appreciative, and I mean he's really, really become a special part of the Madhouse roster over there. So. That's cool that you said that. I would love to see that match. That's gonna have to happen sometime.
And I will say my ultimate match would be Johnny Fitness.
Oh,
Bring him back.
I'm trying.
Let's go. Johnny Fitness
so-
challenge is out.
Calling you out, Dave.
Let's go.
So actually,
ABB
speaking of,
go ahead, Doug.
okay, I was going to say, so HCW Sports brings up a good question here. He's asking, AVB, is it true Tommy Dreamer is your older brother? And I,
No.
you know what? Honestly, him saying that, I can see it a little bit now. I can see it a little bit.
Possibly my half brother.
There you go.
Ooh. Hey, we'll take it at this point. Let's spread some rumors. AVB is Tommy Dreamer's half brother, everybody. You heard it here first.
Nice.
The better brother.
I'm only half hardcore.
I don't know, man. We saw that Cowboys rules match and stuff like that at Absolute again, man. Like, there was
Well, yeah,
nothing
that's what I mean.
half
I can only do
about
it.
anything.
I can only do it every once in a while. I'm not like him. I'm doing it every night.
Well, no one can do it every night except for a couple select people. That's for sure.
That's fair.
Mike,
JR,
you a question?
you had a question.
Oh
JR.
no, I was going to ask. So you mentioned Arjun Singh, and I'm curious if there were. I mean, I would assume there are certain folks that you haven't seen in a while that you see, and it's just automatically like you never missed a beat. But are there some that it kind of takes a little bit to kind of get back in sync with?
Well, yeah, I mean, because, some guys, and I'm not going to mention any names on here or anything, but, some guys, when they go out and they do other things and spread their wings, they kind of get a big head.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when they do come back and you see them again, they're not the same person they used to be.
Got you.
I hear that.
And it happened a few
Well,
times with people I knew, and it sucks,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it just is, that's life.
I'm going to say it happened to Tom when we put him on this show.
What? I mean, because people started watching?
No, because
what
you
the
get
fuck?
a big head. Well, you just have a big head in general.
You do.
That's
I do. It is above average. So
So HCW has a question for AVB. If you had a golden ticket, all the top promotions want you as a top guy. Who you picking?
Ooh.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And who was your first story once you arrive in that promotion?
So is this like anything like WWE
Any promotion. Yeah, it could
all
be
the way
any.
to the top?
Yep.
Yep.
If I could do any promotion, and this is going to sound dumb to you guys and everyone else probably, but I would go APW, Johnny Fitness.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is. Let's make
That's
it
the match I
happen.
want.
Prentice, I hope you've been calling Johnny Fitness. I really hope so. They just don't understand not being on the top shelf. Shank's in the house. Shank, remember when Cowboys from Hell beat you guys up the other week? That was fun.
I remember that.
I remember that.
remember
I hit
the
him with
win on that
stuff.
one?
Shanky, I love you, but I'm concerned about that skid mark on the side of your head.
On the
He
phone
told me he was
as we speak. AVB trying to make that match happen, baby.
I'm
It's gonna
trying.
happen.
I did talk to Shank a couple days later after that match, and he said he was at work the next day. I mean, he was feeling it, but he was still at work the next day because he's a tough, ornery son of a gun. So,
Oh, he is tough. He's
He
tough
is.
as they come.
Yeah, he's a tough SOB. So let me ask you this: to anybody up and coming, because you got a lot of young guys out there. You mentioned a few of them. You've worked with a few of them. Is Shank versus AVB?
I would love that.
Shit. Apparently, Madhouses are looking at their next show.
Oh, see, here's the problem.
I'll bring my baseball bat.
We have till like probably March or
Fuck
April
yeah.
for these guys to come up with what they want to do next year. So things are gonna get interesting.
It could be February. Who knows, man? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think so. You tell Luke
Well,
he has
who
to
knows?
run in. You tell Luke he's running in February.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's true. God damn it. See, and that's the thing, like we've been dealing with so much Iowa wrestling, and we know so many of the guys down there. That would be one that, I mean, I'm going to be there regardless and stuff like that. But Shank versus AVB, man, that would be so much fun to see. And obviously, we would love to see you up here more in Minnesota too, as much as we could at AVB, because not only are you good just in the ring, but man, like hearing your work with the promos that we've seen for some absolute stuff, and even just your persona there coming to the ring. I don't know if people actually feel some of the energy that you're resonating, but I've seen kids try to high five you and then quickly lean away. I mean, man, you carry yourself with some distinguished, man. Like you are a distinguished guy coming down that ring, man. It's fun to see, really.
I appreciate that. And not to change the subject quick, but I did think of someone else that's not in Iowa that I would like to get in the ring with. Downtown Petey Brown.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Oh, we might be able to have that happen.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's our homie right there.
Yep.
Okay. Downtown Petey Brown.
Oh,
Bet we
shit,
can
we'll
make
get you up
that
to
one happen.
AWF, man. You two can fucking fight that over here in the cities area then. Hell yeah.
Right.
That would be great.
That's a way shorter drive for us. It is amazing how we are completely integrated in Iowa wrestling and nothing in Minnesota in our own backyard. But you know what?
We're trying.
I wouldn't change it for the world though. Like I love our Iowa people. Come to HCW and we got Chris Owens for you. There it is. Make the call then. Pay my man AVB and he will come kick.
Well,
Right.
HCW is also saying a Shank versus AVB death match. Now we demand it.
Shit.
Oh shit! God damn, dude.
So
Apparently,
again,
you can spend like a whole fucking week out there with HCW. You just fucking get lined up.
I guess.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Prentice and
shit.
AVB down to HCW. So what I was getting to before we started getting crazy comments, this is nuts, was again, like you've worked Jackson and stuff like that.
Yep.
What is some advice, AVB, you give to some of these youngsters coming up right now? Because, they kind of all had to go through this weird COVID era.
Right.
So like cutting their teeth was a little bit different right now for some of these youngsters that we're really seeing a lot of right now. So what is some advice you can give them?
In my opinion, remember that you have a bump card. Because I mean, I know everyone wants to do everything that you can and crazy stuff. And like, you guys might not be aware of this too, but like, I broke my leg wrestling. So, and it wasn't even anything too crazy a bump or anything. So be careful and remember that you have a bump card and learn to call things on the fly.
I like it. That my good friend Wes Briscoe, that's his thing too. He's like, freaking learn how to call on the fly, guys. Like we don't need to plan every little single thing out. Call on the fly. Guys, should we get into our Q&A? I know the whole thing's an interview and questions, so we really should probably come up with a better name for this segment. Random Q&A?
We're not
that might be better.
fire.
But we're not quick enough to make it rapid fire. We get to
Because we like to delve into it. We start rapid fire and then it expands.
So basically, AVB, what we're gonna do is three of us are gonna just take turns asking you random shit.
Okay.
Maybe about wrestling, may not be about wrestling, and we just want to know. It's a really it's the get to know you portion, like things that may not be asked at other stuff that are going to be just all heavy wrestling and questions with you. So
Sounds good.
why don't we do this? Because this is how I'm looking at the screen. JR, you're on top of AVB on my screen, so you first. I'll go second. Tommy third.
All right. Well, let's just start off with a real easy one. Which is your favorite episode of Star Wars?
I would say episode 3.
Like it?
Agreed. What is your all-time favorite WrestleMania moment?
WrestleMania 12, the Iron Man match.
Nice.
Very cool. So since we just had them on last week, and I got to continue with this, who is your favorite Hail sister? It's a running gimmick at this point, man.
The one that won't beat me up.
That's a good answer. That's a real good answer.
Yeah, that leaves it really vague. So yeah,
I mean, they almost beat each
Perfect.
other up trying to answer that question last week. So
That was good.
it's true.
So, what is your favorite post-match meal?
Post-match meal?
Yeah.
Going to Perkins.
Perfect.
Nice. That's how that's how I used to finish every night of drinking up was Perkins.
Well, wait. Going to Perkins with Ugly.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Hang on. So you're gonna go on a road trip, you're making roads, you can have 3 people in the car with you, AVP. Dead or alive. Any 3 people.
Ooh, dead or alive. Okay. Ugly. Jason Prentice. Shank. And hold on. And the trunk is Katie Vick.
Keep cutting it. I love it. I love it.
Nice. Oh, look at
So
this.
in a
Aaron.
couple weeks, we're seeing the end of Forte Center as a wrestling venue with Impact Pro Wrestling. What has been one of your favorite memories of Impact Pro Wrestling or of the Forte Center specifically?
Oh, well, God, I did so many matches there. I can't remember them all. Probably my favorite aspect of that, which unfortunately it got cut short, but there was one night only. We had a tag team called Heavy Metal. I don't know if you guys know the 80s man.
Oh.
No,
I want to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the 80s man, Eddie Rose, Jason Turner, one of my good friends. We formed a tag team called Heavy Metal. And unfortunately, and we wrestled the Legend Killers. And he did the cactus clothesline to Sparrow at the end of the match, landed on his knee wrong, and his leg broke.
Oh.
And that was kind of the end of his in-ring career. But yeah, that was a good one. And probably just teaming with Justin. I mean, that's where we became a team, and that was a lot of fun what Justin and I have done. So yeah.
Nice.
So, do you think there's going to be any friction between you and Malice because of the Whiskey Dicks team and the Cowboys from Hell team? I mean, this seems like it should be almost the Freebird type thing.
Honestly, what needs to happen is Malice and I need to become the team known as Aaron Von Davidson and the Malice Boro Man. And that's just what needs to happen.
I love it. I love it. Oh, that's so good. Okay. I forgot my question literally just because of that. I forgot what I was going to say. Most embarrassing moment in the ring.
Most embarrassing? It was either okay, I got 3 answers for you.
I like it.
1, I made Botchamania because I fell off the top rope.
Ooh.
Slipped and tumbled. At the APW show, when I went to run and my cowboy boots slipped and I fell right off the get-go.
Okay.
And shit, I forgot the third one. I'll have to let you know if it comes back.
All right.
I don't remember what the third one was.
JR appreciates anybody who's made Botchmania, by the way.
Botchamania is a badge of honor in my mind.
Yes. Also, the one that made Botchamania was Justin and I wrestled the Hooligans, and we had a table that would not break, no matter what we did to it.
Oh, no.
A
I
version
am
of
the
I
table.
am the table.
That's nice. So, going a ways back here, baby, what was your favorite song in high school?
In high school, my favorite song, probably something like White Zombie or More Human Than Human, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Good one.
So outside of wrestling, what do you like to do to relax?
I like to work out, like to hang out with my wife and our animals that we got,
Okay.
spend time with family, stuff like that.
Perfect.
Okay, what's your favorite movie? Oh, fuck,
Ooh.
Star Wars. Weird. Or is it not Star Wars?
Well,
Other than Star Wars, let's do that.
there's a lot of movies I like. I might have to say like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Ooh.
All right.
Very nice.
Tommy,
So
hit him with one more, and then we should do the Tom game.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, fair enough. So, again, I asked you about the Ford Day Center, your favorite memory there. What's actually been the worst venue you've ever wrestled in?
Probably IWA.
Okay. Is there a
Where was
specific
that
venue
at?
with?
It was, I can't remember the name of it. It was a little, God, I can't remember what it was called, but, and the venue part, like where the ring was fine. It was more like the, changing area and all that type of stuff. Yeah. It wasn't very nice.
All
That's
right.
fair.
Well, we're gonna do the Tom game now.
Tom
Okay.
game.
Don't know if we prepped you.
All
That's an
right.
expensive intro, by the way.
Lots of
It
money.
is. That was more than our actual theme music. So, Aaron, just to give you the lowdown on how this game works, it's very simple. Everybody's played the game F, Marry, Kill. This is in the same variant of that. So, of the three of us, with JR, Ace, and myself, you're going to pick somebody who you want to have as your tag team partner, your opponent, and who is your manager.
JR be my manager.
Yep.
My tag team partner be Ace.
Ah.
And that leaves only one option.
That makes sense. That
Damn it.
makes plenty of sense.
Yep.
And not because I think you and I actually have beef. I just how this would be. Out of the three of us that are here on the screen with you right now, I am the only one that is physically fit enough to be in the ring. So that's fair. That's fair. I get that.
Who would your tag partner be against this, Tommy?
Oh man, if I could, I mean, probably Shank, because I think he has some
You
unfinished
lost
business.
already.
The fuck I would.
Lost
I
already.
can take Shank.
Yeah.
I know
That's
you
no
can,
big
man, but
deal.
that's the whole thing. I got plenty of people I can go back
Yep.
to and hang out with. I mean, hell, even HCW, he knows, like, I didn't have the best time with Josh Morris, the Saucy Boy, but I could definitely hang with him. He could be my partner and stuff like that, too. We beat the shit out of you, too. Come on, man. Let's do it.
Okay. Guys, again, this Saturday night, big show down in Algona at the Taft Wellness Center. The Taft Wellness Center presents. It's actually at the VFW. Absolute Pro Wrestling. Big card. Big match right. There it is. And it's sponsored by the Water Connection. AVB. He's going to beat up on Tyler Jones. All kinds of crazy this weekend, guys. Get your tickets. It's in Algona, Iowa, this Saturday night. AVB. Let everybody know how they can find you.
I just got the Facebook, Aaron Von Baron on there. That's about it. I really don't. The Baron don't tweet, and
Probably a good idea.
Baron don't need to say much. He just beats ass. That's what he does.
kind of like Machete, Baron don't tweet.
That's right.
I love it. Well, dude, AVB, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a good time. And I don't know who's coming. I know I will be there Saturday, so I will see you then.
I will be there as
Awesome.
well. Looking forward
Thank you
to
guys for having me on this.
That's been a blast. We'll see you this weekend, sir.
Awesome to
Awesome.
have you.
it. Later, Aaron.
Continued success, man.
Thank you guys.
And then we're gonna keep going.
Jason
Excellent.
there with Baron don't tweet and his daddy don't rock and roll. Probably, quite
Yeah,
possibly.
Let's get through the rest of these matches for Absolute Pro Wrestling. I don't know about you boys. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. I think we're all a little out of it. We didn't even get our promo stuff up that we usually do, guys. You probably noticed that. So we might end tonight a wee bit early because I know JR came in literally like from work to the show.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling well. It's been a week, guys. So don't get mad, but we're probably gonna cut tonight off a little earlier. But
The hell we are. I'm gonna drag this thing till 9 o'clock. You fucks.
you guys can hang
stay
out
on.
here
You can
while
stay on till
Tom
9. We'll both fucking leave.
Well, Tom masturbates or something for everybody to.
Whoa,
try to entertain you.
that's against Twitch policy.
What the? Sorry, HCW. But I tell you what, HCW, we got some cool stuff planned coming down the line, though. It'll be worth it.
Great shows.
Culligan Water sponsoring this match. Absolute Pro Wrestling. Cole Cannon taking on Brandon the Shank Eubanks. Two big
Absolutely.
boys.
And you know what? Culligan Water, H2O. My God, this is going to be brutal.
So let me just say this real quick. By the way, I did see Cole Cannon tweet out about how abysmal the Cowboys were this last week, or post something on Facebook or whatever, and you and the Death Dealer go out there and commiserate with him and stuff like that. So before we go any further, I have to say this because this is going to be revenge from last year. We had a wager that Ace won because his Cowboys beat my Vikings last year, so he got a bottle of tequila of the Rock's whatever the fuck it's called.
Tequila,
Rock
idiot.
tequila.
You just said it.
Well, whatever the hell the brand name is for it. I don't remember what the fuck it's called.
Hermana.
Hermana, yeah, sure. There you go.
Dummy.
Hermana, the Rock's brand of fucking tequila.
The sad part is he probably does know what it is. He's just doing this.
No, I generally don't. I generally
he
do
knew
not.
enough that he bought it.
Yeah, I had to actually look it up several times. I literally had to have it on my phone to go find it in the liquor store. Like I had to find it online to then find it in the liquor store, which is oddly sad. But I challenge you, Ace, another wager this year. How about it?
You want to do another bottle of booze?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Okay.
I will do, if I win or my Vikings win, which is a guarantee, I get a bottle of Jack Daniels from you.
Okay. So I'm going to call an audible then. If I win, I don't want booze. Can you just buy me like a case of the Zoa energy drinks?
A case of Zoa?
That's only 24 cans.
By the way, Dan's calling us out. Yes, we have made a commitment to do a show from 7 to 9, Dan. You are correct. You tell these guys exactly how much you would miss us if we didn't go till 9 o'clock. So
Sorry, Danny.
All right, I'll do it. I don't know what the fuck Zoa is, but I will provide you with a case of Zoa.
It'll be like the same price.
I'm sure it would be. So a liter bottle of Jack Daniels when my Vikings win, and then a Zoa if somehow the Cowboys pull it out of their fucking ass, which they would have to because.
Yeah, sorry, HCW. I do quite like a lot of the things the Rock hawks, so the energy drink's actually really good.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, Danny. We just can't beat Green Bay. It's the same thing every goddamn year. Ever since the Dez catch, we've been cursed. We cannot beat Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. We could have a perfect season going into that game. We were going to lose to them.
Yeah, and Dan, I'm very sure about this wager, mostly because the Vikings have probably been playing with a horseshoe up their ass, and I don't give two flying fucks, man. A win is a win is a win, and if they have to lose this week, no fucking big deal. They're still running the top of the NFC North, so I'm not too worried about it. See, ACW, you're right. I would bet Flair chops, but no one here who challenged me to this kind of shit ever fucking follows through. So, yeah, I mean, I would be willing to do it, but I can't beat down on Ace like that.
Your chest a hamburger.
Well, the other thing too is we're not good at chops. So if it was like against someone who can actually,
you
chop,
don't know
maybe.
that. You don't know that what I'm good at.
Just because you fucking spank your meat doesn't mean you're good at chops there, buddy.
I have liver
Plus,
chops
the other
before,
thing is,
sure,
me
okay?
and Tommy aren't hardly ever together. So
That's true.
it's
I
kind
think.
of.
I mean, outside of this next weekend, the next time we might see each other, and that's gonna be Saturday. It's not gonna be after the football game. So the next time we see each other might be WrestlePalooza, maybe.
In January.
Who knows?
Yep.
Anyhow,
I was gonna say something I forgot.
Cole Cannon, the Shank. Who do we got? Who you guys picking? I know who I'm picking.
I mean, I love Cole Cannon. I love the Potato Daddy, but Shank's going to kill him.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love it.
I love. I mean, you know that. I mean, these are two guys that I like them both. You know, and I love the Potato Daddy. But
I just like that we got two big boys that are gonna just fight. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. Oh, oh my God, this is just it's gonna be brutal because they both can dish it out and take it.
Well, no, you're right. Danny, I will tell you this. Down at Madhouse this last weekend, I did talk to Justin Decent. So us getting in the ring, and it'll probably just be JR laughing because I don't think he's going to get in, but Justin's going to show me and Tommy some things, and we're going to make a video and a whole thing out of this whole ordeal. I think Open Gym's about to start back up soon for those guys, so we will be making the effort to make that video for y'all, so you can watch us get hurt, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to get hurt.
Maybe. Talk for yourself, dude. Please stop talking for me like you somehow know how unathletic you are in comparison to me.
Well, no, it's not even the athletic. It's the fact that, first of all, you say that you're not going to get hurt already means when Decent sees this, he's going to slap the shit out of you for fun. Because he's like,
he's already told me that he owes me too. So
yeah,
again,
quit,
whatever, man.
Adding more to it, you dummy.
Oh, because I got challenges, I got chops that are due to me, like from Jimmy Wild and stuff too. And I did remind Jimmy when we saw him a couple weeks ago too. So
you're a dummy that you reminded Jimmy to chop you.
It's not my fault, dude. I'm not squelch on that stuff, man. He challenged me and I said, sure. I ain't squelching.
God, and you're redheaded and fair skinned, dude. Those handprints are gonna be so bad for that on you.
Yeah,
close gym,
Tina.
Man. Close gym, Tina. Close gym when that happens. But there'll be
you remember when it was Gunther against Sheamus, and you remember how red and the reason was that's the reason they chose Sheamus, because that fair skin just shows those chops.
Ouch.
Oh, dude,
it's what Tom is.
I still don't think that compares anywhere close. Ilya Dragovich when he took on Walter.
Yeah,
that was even worse.
Classic match. Make sure you guys watch that. This match brought to you by Trend Salon. This will be a classic. Max Chill against the Legend Ugly. Max Chill having a great year in the tag team division, but he's going to go one-on-one with Ugly himself this Saturday night.
Fuck yeah.
I'm taking Ugly.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, you guys can say that all you want, man, but Max Chillstrom has always found a way of winning, man. So I'm going to take my adopted son, Max Chillstrom.
Okay. We'll see what happens this Saturday night. Now, this next match, I already know JR is picking to win. And that's because this next match is the Death Dealer against the Golden God, Bryce Jordan, brought to you by Hometown Radio, KLGA 92.7, and Home Country, JR 96.5 FM and 1600 on that AM dial, KLGZ.
Old radio station, baby.
Yeah,
and I believe this, and I do believe this show will be streamed on their YouTubes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So am I picking first here?
Well, we already know who you're picking. We already know.
I'm living in that top shelf.
We already know.
I went with Shanky.
I
went with Shaky, and you know I'm going to go with Bryce here, baby. Top shelf all the way. Bryce Jordan, the Golden God, JR for the win.
I will give.
And I'm going to be talking mad shit to Death Dealer beforehand too about his Cowboys as well.
I'll give Death Dealer an extra $25 in his paycheck if he kicks Bryce Jordan in the nuts.
It may happen.
Oh, you fucking sadist.
Yeah, this is a hard one. Dealer will beat the crap out of somebody, but Bryce Jordan does find ways to win. So
It's like I always
Even
say.
HCW
I mean,
knows.
he's super talented. I just don't like him.
I do have to go with Dealer for the Cowboys, though. Moving along on the card, Absolute Pro Wrestling. This round is brought to you by Peps in Algona, Iowa, as well as Custom Concrete. We got Daddy Decent, Justin Decent, of course, one half of the Cowboys from Hell with AVB, who was just on, taking on Donnie Pepper Cricket.
By the way, thank you, Shank. I'll give you an extra 25 too.
I don't think Shanks should be going to be the one giving him the kick in the sacks.
No,
but
I don't either. I appreciate the loyalty that Shank has for.
Shank's a smart man, dude. He really is, and he also understands because he was at that Hall of Fame show too, and he heard Mike Bennett say that Bryce has a punchable face. So apparently he has a kickable sack and a punchable face. Those are two bad fucking ways of being, dude.
I love me the boys. I do. I love Bryce and Shank, but it does get hard sometimes when I have to see JR keep getting kicked in the balls.
There's no reason.
It's not that hard to see.
They're so old. Anyways, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of unfamiliar of Donnie Pepper Cricket.
Me too.
JP, Mr. Prentice is in the chat room. Maybe he could throw a little comment in there, fill us in a little bit. I'm excited to see this, though. I always love seeing our boy Justin Decent in the ring, so I'm excited for this one. By default, I'm picking Justin Decent to win. But yeah, it'll be fun. And that's, guys, in case you were wondering, Justin Decent. That's who's going to show me and Tom some stuff in the ring.
Yeah, you mentioned I don't know Donnie Pepper Cricket all that well myself, but I'm always a fan of seeing new people that I'm not familiar with. I mean, and that's exactly what I think Absolute is doing here, is bringing more people that some people in Iowa maybe are not too familiar with, or even us as members of the 2 Count here, and even the commentary team. And by the way, everybody, just to give you guys a little heads up, Big Ace here is also going to be the ring announcer this coming Saturday. So he's pulling double duty. He was just there at Madhouse. He's now over at Absolute. This guy knows what he's doing as far as ring announcing. I will give him credit for that. But that means myself and Badger Calhoun will at least be holding down that commentary table, man. So
hell yeah, shout out to those guys.
I just wanted to say that one of the or I don't know if it was one that Clint took or if it was one that somebody else took, but I saw some pictures of Ace and I'm like, oh my God, he kind of looks like Conrad Jr. A little bit. Anyway, I don't mean that as a, I mean, it kind of looked like Conrad Jr.
Listen, I know I need to dress a little better, but I didn't think it was that funny, but
fuck you, Ace.
See, now you know how it feels when he fucking laughs when I get kicked in the nuts.
Oh, God damn it.
I sympathize with you. I told him he was an asshole for that.
I know, but God damn it, I love how you guys just go at it like that, man. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was great, though, JR. Bravo.
I'll tell you what, though. Clint took some real nice pictures of that show. Guys, you can check those out at Tag Team Photography. Next match sponsored by Vivacious Photos. Ethan Everhart taking on the monster Victor Payne.
We haven't seen Victor Payne in a while, have we?
He was at the last Absolute show.
Oh, he was
in Waterloo there.
Yep. So he was on that show. Took on Ricky Bronson. We did not see who his new manager is, so that is still in question. But no Ricky Bronson, I don't think, on this show. So we still aren't going to find that out anytime soon.
Maybe he's going to pick up his
Could be.
That's a long road trip right there, then.
Well, it's hard. It's hard when you got to ride, the Greyhound to wherever the hell the manager is.
Probably back to Coon. What is it? Coon. Is it? I don't remember. West Virginia. That's what I remember.
Stop saying that word. That's going to get us banned off.
I think it was Coon County.
Coon County.
call it
I'm
Cobb
not
County,
saying
Georgia
it-
next time, dude. Just
I'm
fucking
not
who
saying
cares?
it in a racial way.
I'm not
Tom.
saying you
It's
are,
a
but I'm just
name.
saying fucking Twitch has no fucking distinction on that sometimes, man. Just fucking
Yeah, well, I think they'll be all
do
right with that one.
not get us banned.
Oh,
My God,
you
dude.
would trust me. You would have got us banned already. But yeah, that'll be a
What
good
have I
match, man.
said?
Oh, just pick something.
I think
last year.
I think Ethan Everhart wins.
I don't know. Victor Payne is tough, and
I know he is, but I still
I don't
think
know.
Ethan Everhart's.
It's been Ethan Everhart's year. That's true.
Well, I mean, Victor Payne, big man, strong man, really can. I'm a real wrecking ball of a human being, if you will. And Ethan Everhart is coming off of that ladder match. He took some punishment, so this is gonna be really close.
But here's the other thing.
I don't know how close Ethan Everhart's family is to Algona, and I think that's been kind of his, his yellow son, if you will, for his.
That's a good point.
Well, we also have to say, I mean, we have to call it like it is, and let's be honest. Ethan Everhart was cheated out of the title in that ladder match by Lars Metzger, making that run in and attacking him to help Matty Stark get that win. So again, Ethan
There's no
Everhart's
rules in the ladder match.
probably a little PO'd right now about how that all went down, and he's looking to get himself another shot at Matty Starr in that title in Absolute Pro Wrestling. So
hold on, there's no rules in the ladder match other than just get up and get the belt. And
that may be
Ethan
true,
Everhart
but
didn't do that, man.
that may be true, but it does show that Matty can't win alone.
Hey, man, Matty has friends. That's the key here. Ethan has his family in the crowd, in the audience. Matty has friends backstage that are willing to help him out when he needs it. And that's exactly what Lars Metzger was. He's a friend when Matty needed him.
Yes, and that's what Lars Metzger was. That's what I was going to say. That's the show, guys. This weekend, Absolute Pro Wrestling. Get your tickets. Doors open at 6:30. Bell time is 7 p.m. We're going to have some fun down there in Algona, Iowa this Saturday night for Absolute Pro Wrestling.
Now, obviously, one match that we didn't necessarily promote was the AVB versus Tyler Jones. We only promoted it, but I assume all three of us are taking AVB on this one, right?
I mean, Tyler Jones is tough. I've seen him before, but yeah, I'm going to go AVB.
Yeah, definitely, because I don't know. Tyler Jones looks like I mean, I know he's not, but he looks like one of those British kind of, I mean, take a
sure.
Put that poster back
British.
up there again.
Iowa.
Put that up there again.
He's Zack Sabre Jr.'s autistic brother. Is that what you're saying?
Look at it. He looks like the kind of guy like one of those British. He kind of looks like a poor man's Walter, to be honest.
He's a mini Walter, not poor.
Yeah, I'm still going AVB because you know what?
Why not? The man was just here helping us out, coming on the show, being a good guest. Absolutely.
I will not be
all the
able
way.
to go down to the APW show with you guys. Unfortunately, again, I am booked at the Lynx in Anoka, Minnesota. So we've been up there.
Hold on. Ramsey.
Wherever the fuck it is. Anoka, Ramsey.
No. Stop.
Ramsey. It's in Ramsey.
You were talking about my hometown as though it does not exist. And you are going to the classiest part of Ramsey right there.
Not wrong, Shanky. Not wrong.
The Lynx at Norfolk, one of the premier Scottish golf courses in the United States. Premier.
Yeah.
Open fairways, tall grass. It's a great venue. I'm not saying you're going to golf. I'm saying you're going to do comedy there. It's a great venue. Yeah. I hope it goes well for you. But do not talk shit and call it Anoka when it's clearly Ramsey.
Shit, I just didn't have it in front of me. That's all.
Send me the link to that golf course, Tom.
I'm also going. Great. We also have a show if you're on the South Side.
On Friday.
Friday night at the Mediterranean Cruise Cafe in Burnsville.
Ooh. You don't exist, HCW. How fucking dare you? You're telling two of the hosts here that we don't exist? Fuck you.
Yeah. Anyways, check out
Conrad.
I am a real boy.
I'm a man.
Hey man, Conrad did big things. I'll take it,
dude. I know. I didn't mean it as a slam.
Fucking guy started podcasting for every
I
legend that's out
know.
there.
It caught me off by surprise. I will admit that it caught me by surprise that JR could be that
Dude,
funny.
to be real
still,
honest,
so.
that's why I try not to wear a sports coat a lot or a blazer when I do shit, because that seems to be kind of the thing us chunkier fellows do. But like Conrad always used to have like a sports coat on. Vandy and the Stud Club always is rocking, and I don't want to just, so I kind of don't wear it because everybody
How about if
everybody else does.
How about if you wear a kimono or a kimono?
No, I'm good, bro.
No, I mean that you'd really stand out.
I don't think I want to stand out that way.
For his cultural appropriation.
Yeah, but it's for fun.
Oh God.
Anyways,
so we know JR won't be there on Saturday, which is okay. JR has good comedy shows to do with Mark Poulos and Rainy and Carlo. In fact, actually, if I did not have Absolute Pro Wrestling this Saturday, I would actually travel up to Ramsey just to see this show.
You're a good friend and a fickle co-host.
I am. That's a very good point.
You're calling this guy a friend.
Hey, you guys, this is the Thunderdome, and it's a fantastic venue. I've already looked around. We'll show you a little bit more later. I'm going to hit the can quick. You can come in with me if you want. I mean, to a certain point, right? But, gosh, it's like a ladies' room, men's room, and it's kind of like mirrors and stuff. And anyway, I'm going to block. Let's try a couple here. Block busy. It's a busy place, and but I gotta use that. I gotta use one of these.
Gotcha, fucker! Boom! That's right! I'll be where you'll never expect!
That's a friend.
Oh, he left.
That's a friend?
Oh, he's back.
You call that a friend? Tommy's a
You're
jerk.
right. Thank you very
Tom-
much. You're right.
Tommy's a jerk.
He had forgotten about that fucking Ace.
I had to remind him because I wouldn't do that to JR.
You did record the whole damn thing, so
I was
you
recording
did.
him.
We were doing a tour of the Thunderdome, and we were just starting.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, yes,
Anyway.
I know who I conspired with, but I mean, Ace was an unwilling conspirator, if you will.
With JR.
Just saying, throw that out there.
You conspired with him. You conspired with fucking Bryce and told him we were going to do that.
I did.
You're no friend of mine.
You're no friend of mine. Anyway.
Well, you guys can definitely check him out on Friday and Saturday. If you aren't going to Absolute, check out JR with Mark Poulos and Randy and Carlo, either in Burnsville on Friday. These are peak shows, aren't they?
Yes.
You guys can get your tickets through peakentertainment.com. Mike Fink always running great shows. So there you go. See, I am maybe I'm a better peer. I'm a better comedic peer at this point than I am co-host or friend at this point, huh, JR?
I don't even know how to describe it at this point.
I love it though.
Okay. So yeah, check out JR. Guys, we did have that Madhouse show Friday night down in Walford, Iowa, the Cedar Rapids area, and let me tell you, it was a good time.
Yeah. What's some highlights?
A good time. Mance Warner taking on Arjun Singh, tore the house down. It was a lot of fun. Mance Warner's a badass. Another really great match. Badger Briggs took on Lars Metzger, and holy cow, did those two just go to town. Yeah, Tina says it was a hell of a show.
Who ended up winning that match?
I believe Lars ended up winning the match, yes. But it would be an amazing fight. The scramble match was insane. Some just craziness going on. With Sparrow getting the win in there, his hometown.
Wow.
Half of the
very cool
Legend Killers. And then we had Briar Hale, who they were on the show last week, and we announced this match. Briar Hale took on Amina Belmont, and another really great match, and we all know how good Briar Hale is, but I got to tell you what, everybody, if you don't know who this Amina Belmont is, I believe from what I had heard that night, maybe 6 matches in, but whew,
Wow.
came out as a heel and just commanded the crowd, was really great in the ring. They had a really good match. It was a really high point of the show. There really was not anything disappointing on this show. I don't even remember what else. We had the main event, right? Yeah, okay. Main event, Whiskey Dicks took on Chiloleo. Guys, we have brand new Madhouse Tag Team Champions. Whiskey Dicks pulled it off. They beat the
Oh my
holy
God.
shit out of the Chiloleo. Game plan. I got to tell you this. Game plan. First of all, the Whiskey Dicks came out and they may have been a little snickered up already, but they came
Oh,
out with
yeah.
a big 175 of Evan Williams, and I got to tell you, half of that went down the throat to Chiloleo in that match.
Oh my.
Evan Williams?
Yeah, because they're not going to use the good stuff in the match. Tom.
Yeah, but I thought Malice was better than that, to be real honest with you.
No, but that's because it was for the bad guy. It was for the guys that are beaten up.
I get that, but even to buy it kind of lowers your status with me a little bit, Malice.
Maybe he just found it.
Found it. Well, there was a bar there, so maybe, yeah, I'm sure that'd probably be about right.
Either way,
Sorry.
I mean, you had that, you had chairs, tables, tacks. I mean, when I got out of there after announcing our new tag champs, the Whiskey Dicks, both of my shoes are completely full of thumbtacks. It was amazing. Malice was a bloody mess. He had chunks of meat from his head, and his
Yikes.
hair at the end of the night. It was a war. It was a war, and I'm pretty sure Malice killed Max Chill with his spear through the table.
Luke Bucket.
Luke Bucket.
Evan Williams.
He knew what the good stuff was. Go figure.
But I mean, yeah, I can't speak highly of any higher of that match. It was such a great time. The show was great. Again, new champs, new tag team champs. So that's very awesome to see Malice and Justin Decent as the tag team champions.
And I said this on Facebook too when I saw it. Where can I start getting this sweet Whiskey Dicks merch?
Malice, Whiskey Dicks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Whiskey Dicks Tag Team Championship T-shirts, man. Where the fuck are they?
There is a shirt there, Malice. Probably should get that going. Yeah, dude.
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, speaking of merch, by the way, so I'm rocking the sweatshirt, and we got JR over here with a T-shirt. If you guys are interested, by the way, I just put it in the comments over here.
Yep.
It's the 2count.com/merch. If you guys are interested in getting us any 2count shirts, we greatly appreciate it. We got plenty of stuff out there. We got great sweatshirts like this. We got T-shirts. And if you guys see us, by the way, come up and always say, hey, I see these patches you guys are rocking. Come up and talk to us, man. We'll give you a damn patch.
That we will. F and Luke. Yeah. Well, Malice, you already know I'm announcing it, but yeah, Tommy will be there, probably doing the commentary thing. So we will be there. If you're there, that would be amazing.
Dude, Malice, if you're there, man, I will give you a big high five for winning the belts off of Chiloleo, because that's a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah, they beat the living shit out of Chiloleo. It was pretty hilarious. Anyways, the whole show, guys, really was great. And the venue, Knapp Creek Event Center, holy cow. Thank you for having us, first of all. And that place was legit. First of all, fanciest dressing room we've had at a Madhouse show yet. Gigantic and nice.
Nice.
Cool VIP bar in the back. And then, yeah, dude, the actual, where the matches were, I mean, high ceilings, perfect for a wrestling show, but legit lighting, legit, effects, and a legit sound system. So, I mean, guys, make sure if you haven't already, IWTV, subscribe. These shows will be up there by the end of the year, and I'll tell you what, it's going to look real good on video.
I gotta ask. what was the worst name you had to intro?
So here's the deal:
On
almost
Friday.
all the VIP intros, they didn't really go by any names. Like a couple people was just like their first name, but then the rest were groups. So we just announced
Oh
them in
man,
as groups. So yeah, no, that was it was. But I'll tell you what, they enjoyed the f out of it. Those people had a blast getting called into the arena.
heck yeah,
Tina was
dude!
one of them. Tina was one of them.
Nice.
We
Nice.
got to announce Tina into the arena, so I hope she had good times with that. But yeah, I mean, it was just a great venue. We had a really good time, and that's the last Madhouse show till the spring, guys. So, you know what I mean?
Ooh,
Uh,
good question
that's
there,
a,
EB Hags 94. I'm okay
that's
with
a
Tyrus
whole
winning the belt, by the way.
I
that's
don't
a
mind
whole
Just
him.
gonna say.
fish. That's a whole different kettle of fish.
I don't.
NWA's gone downhill so much.
But is it Billy or was it Aldous? Whose fault?
I think it's a combination of the two. I think it's a combination of the fact that during the pandemic, um, all of that talent pretty much got signed away from NWA. I think that's on Billy because he let them go. Which is it's good it's a good relationships with the talent, but now the talent's gone. Ricky Starks is one that pops right off of my head. That I mean, that was a guy that he could have absolutely built with. So I mean, the NWA is certainly not what it was when you and I first started talking. Remember, before the pandemic,
Oh
I
my god.
loved the
You were
shit out,
a huge NWA mark.
and I'm just I can't watch it now.
Dude, that's kind of how I feel about AEW,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Well, so I read this week, by the way, too. Billy Corgan did an interview addressing the NWA and stuff, and he divulged that actually he was presented with the opportunity to buy ROH. He doesn't know if he was first, if he was second, or where it was as far as the pecking order from Sinclair Broadcasting. But apparently, the NWA and ROH could have been a combined group as well. So that's kind of interesting to hear this last week as well. So.
Yeah, that would have definitely
We should
helped
see
him.
where ROH goes, huh?
That we shall. What I do know though is we are a couple weeks away from Survivor Series, so we're starting to see some of those cards taking shape. We've got Full Gear next weekend already. That came out of
This weekend,
nowhere.
yeah, coming up.
Or yeah, this coming weekend, sorry.
this Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a big show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of getting excited because we're getting closer and closer to January, which means Mania season, and I'm kind of in on it this year. I'm very interested to see. I was just watching today. I watched highlights of McAfee and Michael Cole. He was on the show this week, and even Michael Cole said he's like it's different. It is a different time right now. He's
Yeah.
like it's a completely different feel backstage. It's cool. So I mean, it makes you wonder, like, how cool will Mania be this year with Hunter and all those guys? Uh, you know what I mean? I read something today
Mm-hmm.
that Vince didn't like R-Truth and Gunther's segment from 4th of July so much that he was literally going to just have him lose and job out till he got put back on NXT or let go. Like, wow, how are you gonna do that to that dude? You
Jesus.
know what I mean? Like, that's a talent right there. So I mean, it is very, we saw Mia Yim make her come back now. We see this turn in Nikki Cross. We saw them ditch the 24/7 title,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think anybody was mad about. I mean, like, we're seeing change.
Yeah.
And it's exciting me, man. We saw Sarah Logan made her return with the Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's huge, even though she is kind of ripping that gimmick off. Like they called her on that shit real quick. You know what I mean? And again, the Bray Wyatt stuff. I mean, even him and LA Knight having that interaction and back was cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that segment. So I want to see AEW pick it up. I really do. I don't want to not like it, but man, it's just like you hear like every week it's like some news coming out about it's just chaos back there. And then the shows are really lacking story for me. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I love MJF, but other than that, it's like, what the fuck are you all doing?
It's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of become a show.
Which,
with,
by the way,
real
real quick, there's
stories.
shout out Arjun Singh right in the ring right there. That's
Yeah.
our boy right there. Shout out to him. He
Oh,
just
nice.
released his very first episode of his own podcast on Facebook, so guys, check it out. That's our boy right there, Madhouse's own Arjun Singh.
Taking on Johnny Hungy. Nice.
Went to town on Friday night with Mance Warner. Holy shit, did they battle it out?
Can't wait till that's up on IWTV. So, JR, you were
Mance
saying?
Warner, like I introduced him. I'm walking away, right? I'm like, okay, they're in. They're going to start the mouse, and I'm getting yelled to come back. Mance Warner wants the mic, takes the mic from me, and just cuts this thing on Arjun, and then just smokes him with my mic. My mic ended up, and then was like basically he was giving his play-by-play while beating up Arjun, and then Arjun was able to reverse something, and all of a sudden you just hear Mance in the microphone. Oh, ow, ow. Oh, yeah. Tina got sat on. It was crazy, man.
Oh man,
Crazy.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Oh, God.
I was just going to say, we were talking about WWE. I guess the first official War Games Survivor Series match is Damage Control with Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley against Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Mia Yim.
With one
saying that they have a fifth person that they're looking at or that they already have lined up. I assume it's going to be Beth Phoenix because they literally showed what happened to her by Judgment Day in that I Quit match. So I assume it's going to be her because
Sasha Banks. But do you think
Sasha Banks?
I mean, maybe, but I don't know if that really makes sense again as far as the story goes and shit. Like,
yeah, you're right.
They literally had they literally showed the recap of the chair shot or the concerto that she took from Rhea Ripley, Beth Phoenix, anyways, and then they go into showing that Rhea Ripley is joining Damage Control and Nikki Cross for War Games. So I assume that's gonna be the case with Beth Phoenix,
Can I just add real quick? Arjun Singh is getting tagged in. Just so you guys know, we do have verbal commitment from him. He will be on the show in the next month or two.
Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah. That's our boy.
Awesome.
Does anyone even really care anymore about Banks and Naomi? Like, to me, at this point, I'm over it. They come back now. It's just going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. If they come back, I mean, and I don't even know if they bring them back together.
Well, and I'm still on the boat of I don't like Naomi. I don't think she's ever been that
Yeah.
great. So, like, they could just leave her. Just bring back Banks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
All
Mostly
you
because
need to do.
Well, we've also never gotten anything with the horsewomen with like Flair and Becky and Sasha and Bailey. We've never really gotten anything from them as a group completely. Anyways, we've just got like the rumors as far as them against Ronda's horsewomen and shit like that. Like,
now that they can't do that, I don't think we'll ever see it.
Well, and I really don't care because I never really counted Ronda's anyways because they can't just take a faction name and just give it to a bunch of MMA gals, which is, whatever you can fucking call yourself, whatever you want. But like,
I do like the fact that Ronda and
Liv,
my head, the other, the fucking, who I'm talking about.
Do we?
Diamond Dallas Page?
No. God damn it! Why can't I think of her name?
Because you're old and senile.
Liv Morgan?
Nope. Dark-haired MMA girl.
Shayna Baszler?
Yeah. Jesus God.
Wow.
I like the fact
that was fucking painful. That was really painful.
How do you think it was for me, asshole?
I know. I can imagine it was embarrassing, but it was painful.
But anyway, Shayna Baszler and Ronda kind of coming together. I like that. I think that it's good to have, you got the Damage Control with the Bailey, and that's kind of the chicken shit heels. And then you got just the badasses with Ronda and Baszler. And I just, I think that's great. And I'd love to see them run roughshod over everybody.
Yeah, some sad news though. A couple injuries over the week. Abaddon got hurt at an indie event, which another great female talent character they were using that they were have on AEW's roster, but don't really use
Mhm.
her. And Kevin Owens getting hurt at a house show, which may slow down some big plans that they had for him. So we'll see. But we're also getting close to Rumble, which means we're probably going to see some of these returns. Like you got to think Charlotte's coming back soon.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean if Cody's healed up enough, he's going to probably come back soon because
Yep.
I would be surprised if he ain't at Mania.
Well, that's kind of what I was waiting with Sasha Banks was probably one of like a surprise return at Royal Rumble, but fucking War Games Survivor Series, sure, why not? Absolutely.
Well, the other thing too is, Triple H has been bringing people back and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if you saw like a Tegan Knox come back for War Games.
That'd be nice.
Damage control against them. So there's that thing with her and Dakota Kai from their War Game match where Kai turned on her, and he's trying to beef up their women's division, and he's probably going to bring back some of the girls that he had before, and it was always a bit. I mean, let's be honest. She had serious knee injuries twice while with WWE, and they didn't get rid of her because of Triple H. So I mean,
Mm-hmm. Well, she's a hell of an athlete though too, and
amazing,
those knee injuries are unfortunate. But
amazing.
yeah, that would be a good one. Tegan Knox would be a good one to bring back, based on the fact that again, there's recognition there. She's again hell of an athlete. They are still trying to make sure they appease as much to their UK audience as possible. So I think that's hell of an idea right there.
Soon. They've announced an official date to go there too, so that helps too. It won't happen because they're going to do it on NXT for a while, but you got to think with her ties, how quick if she does well soon, how quick do we see Rock's daughter get shot up?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to hold her in that stable for a little while.
Maybe not if they actually get Rock for Mania, though.
Maybe, but I think that the fans know anyways. But I think as far as the story that they're trying to tell, I don't think it makes sense for her to be around Rock
but I mean,
during Mania.
We still have like 5 months though. Like they can change what she's doing in NXT real quick.
That's true.
So
I mean, I think generally Triple H is trying to make sure he kind of avoids any of that, because you got to think like Rock when he first made his appearances and he was Rocky Maivia. He was the grandson of Chief Maivia or whatever, or the son of Rocky. Like they really played up his ancestry, and I don't think that's always the best with generational talents, especially when you're a fourth generation. Like, there's a lot of extra pressure behind
that because that was just deliberately. But here's the deal: if they start doing him and Reigns Mania, and it's who is the real head of the table, she can get put in there because she is in the bloodline.
Yeah,
for real.
True.
Which, by the way, we're all just waiting for Sami Zayn to take over the bloodline, anyways. So beat them all. So.
Yep. What cultures, Simon? Just actually cover that as far as why Sami Zayn should be the one to take the championships off of Roman, and I couldn't agree more. It's a good video.
Yeah, because everybody thinks that that's not who he's going to be. Like everybody thinks he's going to be involved with the Usos losing the tag titles. That would be a really big swerve and good writing if they did. Like the whole thing was he infiltrated to take him off Reigns.
Yep.
So, all right, boys. I need to eat and go to bed because I feel like poop.
I agree.
So we're going to cut her short. Next week, TS the Aggressor, we will preview the final Impact Pro Wrestling show at Forte Center in Des Moines, Iowa, going on Thanksgiving weekend. Guys, next week is Thanksgiving. It's a holiday show, kind of. We'll talk about what we're thankful for.
Yes, we will.
Thankful for that message.
I don't think it's going to be the show either, but we shall see. We'll see how I change over the week.
Yeah, fuck that guy who threw the drink at Scarlett.
Well, so just to let everybody know, by the way, it was apparently a gal in the group that threw the drink at Scarlett, and then the dude in her group was going to leave, and then he didn't want to leave, and then that's what everybody saw was him getting kicked out. they'd already pulled the lady in the group out. So that's what it was. So if you guys would need to go Google Scarlet drink thrown on her or whatever, and I don't think they had any video, but you can read the story on shit. So,
Yeah.
but it well deserved.
you
You don't fucking do that to anybody
Yeah.
who's performing or competing in front of you. Keep it to your
That's
fucking
not-
self. We learned that from the Mouse in the Palace.
Well, and it's like it's like the stand-up comic girl that got the beer thrown at her. It's the same kind of thing. You don't do that shit. That's ridiculous.
She's smart enough to just chug the rest of that beer, though. Get on TV then afterwards. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she was clever. Anyway, folks.
Yeah. So again,
roll.
Saturday, Algona, Iowa, VFW. You'll see me and Tommy there for Absolute Pro Wrestling.
That's right.
Burnsville.
And if anybody's in the
and-
Rochester area tomorrow, I'm doing a roast battle. Gonna
Oh,
try
yeah,
and win.
that's right.
Roast battle.
Go back to back with the Med City Meanest here. So, just saying.
Beautiful. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Just be your asshole self and you'll win.
Yeah, everybody here sucks. You'll win.
Yeah, I'm aware,
Yeah.
but I think it's
All right,
rigged, so
folks.
we'll see.
Thank you guys for hanging with us tonight. We appreciate it. Thanks for all your support, and we will see you next week with TS the Aggressor. Bye-bye.